Hi, my name is Emily Dolishall, and I chose Sigmund Freud for my famous psychologist project. On this slide, I'm going to be talking about Sigmund Freud and how he is important to psychology. Sigmund Freud was the founding father of psychoanalysis. He also criticized behaviorism because it does not consider unconscious thoughts and desires enough. He believed we could rid ourselves of physical pain by dealing with our emotional pain. So if you had a lot of pent up emotional pain, it would cause physical distress. So we would take it out on our physical body because we can't deal with the emotional pain. He also put in a lot of emphasis on childhood. He believed that we shaped how we are today by how we grew up. He believed our childhood played a great role on our future lives and what makes our personality to this day. In this slide, I'm going to be talking about how Freud was influential in psychology and how he contributed to psychology. Freud's number one theory was psychoanalysis. Psychoanalysis helped treat mental illness. This theory also explained human behavior. Psychoanalysis makes unconscious thoughts conscious. This means when you have pent-up emotional pain that you don't even know what's going on or what's causing it, he helps bring to the surface and you can figure it out. He also created the iceberg of our psyche. This consisted of the id, ego, and superego, or the unconscious, conscious, and subconscious mind. The id and unconscious you cannot see, but the conscious, of course, you can see on the surface. The id are your instincts, the ego is your reality, and the superego is your morality. Psychoanalytic theory is also using dreams to interpret internal conflict. This was a big part of Freud's this is how he conducted his research, was through interpretations of dreams. This was a big part. One famous case that Freud contributed to was the Anne case. He believed that physical symptoms are often the surface manifestations of deeply repressed conflict. So she was having a lot of cramps and pains physically, but because she had a lot of pent-up emotions inside. So our body takes it out on our physical being because we can't deal with our emotional stress. Sigmund Freud got a lot of criticism from a lot of psychologists, but the one psychologist I'm going to talk about is Klein. He was like one of his biggest criticizers. Klein did not agree with psychoanalysis. Klein felt psychoanalysis should be more of like clinical theory. Clinical theory is more like free association and transference. Free association is like you think of one word and it automatically makes a connection with another word with no meaning or connection to it. Transference, it just is how it redirects childhood to different emotions, which is kind of like how Freud did for his research. On this slide, I explain why I chose Freud. I chose him because he is one of the most popular psychologists to this day. When you think of psychology, or at least when I do, I think Sigmund Freud. He was very bold and took psychology to another level. He was not afraid to try new things and took risks. He did get a lot of feedback because of that, but he didn't really care. He was making psychology happen. His findings can still be used to this day. If you have like a reoccurring dream or a constant weird dream or a scary one, talking to a psychologist can help determine what's going on, which is psychoanalysis. Especially just talking about it helps. You can decide what it means, why you keep on having this dream, and what's happening. Also about the id, ego, and superego, you definitely see that a lot in movies of like the little angel and devil on your shoulder, like in Little Nicky. It's like a famous Adam Sandler movie. They use the whole Sigmund Freud psyche because you'll have a good person on the shoulder and then a bad person help make a decision. These are just my citations in APA format.